app right now. Challenge my beat on I Got 20 on my beat. The hardest song with the most votes. You already know we're gonna give you a free feature from Boots.
You already know you're gonna get the free feature from me. Whoever get the most votes, you gonna win. So you gotta go win.
What's up, boys? It's your boy Nas Guy, Hip Hop is Real, and you already know we back at it with another episode with Spanish Harlem.
Yes, sir.
You know, my pronoun is billionaire. Speak to us, King.
Yo, I actually thought I was done with this until I had a conversation with God, yo, and he was like, you only gave 10%, but what you gonna do with the other 90? So I got another key for you. I'm letting it all go right here.
More keys.
More keys. More keys. Okay. There's been a lot that's been happening. A lot that's been going on. I know y'all been recognizing a lot. It seems like a whole lot of turmoil, and just like a whole lot of randomness, people getting exposed, things popping up randomly. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you see something. What you've been seeing, you can't really explain, but you see it clear as day. And you might not have the language to explain what it is that you're looking at, but you're looking at it. So allow me to translate what you're seeing. Cool?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna try to be as concise as possible. No rambling, no going crazy, just telling you what it is. You're watching the side effects of a war that's happening. It's a war. A war between a couple things. A war about respect. A war about integrity. A war about being honorable. Battle rap right now is a divided house, and a divided house will not stand. The reason why there's a war brewing right now, and the reason why it's a divided house, is because of a lie. A very specific lie. I know what you may be thinking. What in the world is the lie? Well, here's the lie. It's the idea that we are all a part of one culture. We say the culture. Everybody says that a lot, the culture. But that's the lie. The truth of the matter is, there are two cultures in this battle rap space that we're in. It's two cultures. You have the true culture, which everybody grew to love, the one that causes the most growth. You know, the culture that is the heart of battle rap. And then you have another culture, the other culture. And I'm about to break down to you what this other culture is. And I got to give a shout out to one specific person who was able to contribute all the information that I needed to confirm my theory. Jack Boy. Jack Boy did a lot of talking.
Is this a response to the interview we did with him earlier this year?
Yes.
Or
one of the responses.
Okay.
One of the responses, because he went on live and started talking really crazy, right? And I didn't think he was going to talk, but since he started talking, I did the same thing that I did with P. Sat back. Oh, Beasley said what? Okay. P discusses what about contracts behind the closed doors? Oh, okay. Yep. And I just wrote it all down. So I gotta thank Jack Boy. Jack Boy, thank you for spilling the beans. Thank you for outing Beasley. Thank you for outing P. Thank you for giving me everything that I needed. Now, see, P don't need to speak no more. P's gonna be back in food and beverage. You know what I'm saying? He got packed up on live. He's not gonna speak no more. He learned his lesson, right? But see, Beasley and Smack, after I gave them their ultimatum, they played the same game of, we're just not gonna say nothing, right? And it would have worked, but they underestimated one thing. They had a leak. Jack Boy, help me out.
Well, what I remember him also saying is stop complaining and rap.
My thing is like, you know what I'm gonna say? Contrary to what the Spanish nigga be talking about, sometimes instead of complaining, you just wait your turn.
Can you expand on that just a little bit more?
Basically, man, everything don't pop for everybody at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at people like Castro and Flames and Sheik, they been there since we started. Niggas was around when we started this shit. But
Right.
they ain't get their just due because the focus was on us. Now the focus ain't on us as much, and we already made our name. The world is like, yo, who is there? And these niggas are blazing. Flames is taking off, Castro taking off, She taking off. It's like, with, you know what I'm saying? Shit, even Swervo coming up now.
Yes, shout out to
you see what I'm
Swervo.
saying? Like, and we got more. Like, everybody, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. So it's like, and I ain't even saying nobody right or wrong. I'm just saying, man, sometimes instead of complaining, wait your turn. Keep putting in work and wait your turn.
He doesn't know the facts.
Okay.
And because he doesn't know the facts, he's stepping out there off what he knows. So he's going up there talking crazy, but that's cool. Since I handled my issue with P, and P showed his hand, all that was left was smacking Beasley for a specific reason. I didn't let that reason out until today. Okay? So remember, this is a war between two cultures, two spots. The reason why I gave Smack and Beasley the ultimatum was because they didn't make their choice on where they stood. Did they stand on this side, or did they stand on the other side? So let's go into the specifics about this other culture, because it'll be very clear about what you're seeing happening at the bottom of this industry across the way. Okay? So this other culture has 4 pieces, 4 spots, 4 things that have representation. There's an establishment piece, there's a battler piece, there is a media piece, and then there's the fan and supporter piece. Okay? This is going to help you identify the other culture. P is a representation of the establishment piece. Okay? He is deceiving, manipulating, and exploiting these battlers for personal gain, and he's sowing all those seeds into the soil that's out there. Okay? Now behind P are a group of battlers, a group of people who support P. They support him in all that he does. They don't care the things that he's doing, and they don't want him to be held accountable because they profit from it. And if he gets held accountable, they can't eat no more. So they need P to be in the spot. They need him to be in a position of power that he's in. Okay? So he's deceiving people for personal gain. He's the establishment piece. Prep is the representation of the battler piece. Prep got exposed for predatory behavior. Lynette, I'm behind Lynette 100%.
Yeah, I saw you in the actual.
That may be a bar. I'm not trying to rap right now, but I'm literally behind her 100%. He lied. He lied about his reasons. You got people like Steams. You got people like Swave. You got people like Av. People, battlers from all different walks of life, all different parts of the industry, and different parts of the country and things like that, saying they don't know Lynette's character to be that way. Okay? Yet he's trying to speak against her character and say that she said some things that she wouldn't say. And my question is, why is nobody pressing him on the real reason on why he did that? I know the real reason. I'm not going to expose the real reason because it's going to come out eventually. Okay? But Prep is the representation of the battler piece. Behind Prep are a slew of battlers and people who are protecting predatory behavior. They are protecting people like Prep, because if the light gets shined bright enough, they would get exposed for their predatory behavior. A lot of these people don't even want the word predatory to be used in battle rap. Why do you not want that to be used? What do you have to hide? So they're sowing the seeds of that predatory mindset into the soil. Okay? Then you got the media piece. There's a lot of media who have abandoned the idea of journalism and have adopted a foundation of gossip. They've adopted a foundation of like, it's like they don't want to be CNN, they want to be Wendy Williams, right? A lot of that is happening, and because of that, and because of all the clicks and the misrepresentation of what's actually happening, just so they can get people to click on a story, they're setting up a lot of situations. It's sowing the seeds of misrepresentation into the soil, gossip, all these things, being walking wiretaps, essentially. If something goes left, they got a hub for all of the mess. Okay? and all of that. They have people that are behind those media who are trying to help them get more information so they can swerve people's ideas and swerve people's mind off of what's really happening. They just want more clicks. Okay? You also have fans that are doing things. I'm sorry. You have fans that are doing a lot of weird things. They're not being supporters. They're not just genuinely watching the culture. They're just doing a whole lot of weirdness, and they're sowing the seeds of that thing into that soil as well. So you have all of these people. P sowing his seeds, manipulation, exploitation, deceit, all these things. Prep sowing predatory behavior. All the battlers that are trying to protect predatory behavior. Media sowing the misrepresentation and the gossip. And then the fans doing all the weird things. And guess who just joined the anti-culture, as I call it? Guess who just joined the anti-culture? Smack and Beasley. If you remember, my ultimatum was very clear. Make your decision. If you shut down the high stakes card, you will show where you stand. You will show that you are actually for us and that you are standing for the greater good. And that you don't like what P's doing, all the things that he's doing. I haven't talked about the cause, okay? And I said, if you decide to not shut down the card, you have to reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow of all of the things that's happening at the bottom of your company. Remember, I told you that. Mm-hmm. All the things at the bottom. And you know what they did? They did nothing. They stayed quiet. But because of Jack Boy outed Beasley, and he said had Beasley had his hand on the situation and how they moved it. Moving it instead of canceling it is saying that they're not going to shut it down. I've already tried to tell the battlers involved with that card that they're being deceived. They're being played. And they're being played so that the people don't recognize this conversation that we're having now. This is me. It's not me versus the URL. This is not about league versus league or anything like that. This is two cultures. You can be a part of one or the other. And since Smack and Beasley made their decision on where they stand, I can't hold the pillars up no more. What's going to happen is going to happen next. And all I'm trying to do is save people from their own hand. But they got to make their decision. And they made their decision. They said, you know what? I hear what Spanish is talking about. We don't care about none of that. It's whatever. Men, when they're in a position of power, men who are extremely arrogant and extremely proud in a position of power tend to think of themselves as God. But they're not God. Okay? God won't be mocked. You reap what you sow. And if you decide to stand behind P, if you decide to stand behind Prep and all of his misdoings and all of these media and all these weird fans, okay. All right.
So what's the result to this?
Well, that's the thing. You reap what you sow. I don't know what else they've been doing behind closed doors. I don't know. But this is what I do know. Everything that's been covered is going to be exposed and revealed. And everything that they hid is going to be known. You think it's coincidence that the disrespect is happening on the main stage the way that it is? People's battles getting cut mid-sentence. Face-offs getting cut, disrespected battles like, yo, who's he? All the disrespect that's happening. People getting pulled left and right. You got one person versus another. They're going at each other. That's not coincidence. Mm-hmm. All this stuff has been said. You need to respect these people at the bottom. You need to respect the battlers that are on the rise. You need to give them their proper due, their proper respect. And you know what people said? No. Okay. Remember that lack of compassion. Remember that. Just remember that. It's already happening. The predatory behavior, all of this, people saying, oh, nah, I don't want to associate. There's no running from it. I gave people the opportunity to show where they stood. And people try to say, oh, you know what, Spanish, I know what you're saying, but I'm doing this for a different reason. I'm going to get my money. I'm going to go get my power. Okay, no problem.
What's the alternative? Like, what's the alternative for these rappers? You know what I'm saying? If this is their one shot, their one opportunity to be seen on this card, or you know what I'm saying, or to get these opportunities in a sense, what is the alternative? Do they just not do this high stake card and not promote themselves? Their brand is to be a battler, to be an artist, to be on the most recognizable stage where they'll get the most opportunity. If this is an opportunity for them, why would you tell them not to take it, even if it comes with, you know, little clauses and little things in there that might not be beneficial? Can't their performance or whatever they do on that stage take them to or overcome some of the stipulations?
I think if your motive is wrong, no matter what the result, it's always going to have to revert back to that first decision. Mm-hmm. And when you're told that you're being deceived and your people are being deceived and your friends are being deceived, and you don't even care, you just only care about your bottom line. You can do whatever you want to my brother or my sister, as long as my bottom line is covered. You could do. It don't matter what you do. If you on that type of time, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. They're saying that, oh well, we're just talking business. They haven't given us the money yet. That's what Jack Boy said. Oh, we just haven't been paid yet. They have the money. Mm-hmm. They have the money. They don't want to pay you. We just found out because of Jack Boy. Thank you again, Jack Boy. That they outsourced half of the money to another league. So it's not even going to be on URL. Okay, they're not even they don't want to pay them because you know what it would look like? Spanish just spoke up and got 18 people paid just by speaking on something, and now we got to pay them. We don't want to cover that cost, so we'll pay a little bit, and now they're wasting their time. I said that's what P was doing. All he's doing is wasting your time. Oh, it's going to be in October. Nah, we're going to move it to November. Oh, we're going to keep pushing it out.
Not saying this is what it is, but what if this is just like, okay, P has his position, but what if this is just his own personal way of dealing with it? And what if Smack and Beasley really don't have anything to do with this? So it's like a P project, and he's putting it together. Like, is Smack and Beasley still liable to have to speak up and do all of that if it's a P thing?
Do you think that P has more power than Beasley and Smack?
Of course not.
So everything he does has to be sanctioned.
Okay.
He can't just throw a URL card without their say-so. So they have to stamp it. All the money that's going to be paid on it.
I've seen in the history of P like coming up with ideas and doing things and putting things together.
He's running it by them though.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure he probably ran this by them, but they probably, what if the conversation is, well, we're not really going to financially support it. If you can put something together and make it happen, make it happen.
That's the problem.
Okay.
Because if the foundation of the card is because of foolishness.
Gotcha.
And all the things, like I said, they've seen my work. They've seen these interviews. They've seen them all. They know what's happening. When I say that he's playing people and he's conning them, now because of Jack Boy, now I know that it was sanctioned. Beasley had his hand on it. He knows. And he's moving things around. See, that's why they don't come out and speak about it. They put press releases out. Oh, this battle's not going to be happening due to the financial blah blah blah, and we wish that we could have this person on this card. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. My thing is, and I told some of these battles, I said, you know what? At this point, because you decided to take the battle, you got to see that through. You got to see it through because you were supposed to deny it. Mm-hmm. You were supposed to deny it. And now, because Smack and Beasley has made their decision, it's time for everybody else to decide where they stand. This is I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm here to give people the option to save themselves from their own hand of what's about to happen. Are you with the true culture, or are you with the anti-culture? Mm-hmm. The anti-culture, the deceiving, manipulating, fake friend acting, misrepresenting, gossipy, predatory mindset having, predatory behavior protecting, pro-silence, weird culture? Or are you with the true culture?
And the true culture is, if you gave a long explanation on the, that other culture. What is the true culture? Just a quick, because you said, is the culture here, but just a quick analysis of what this true culture is. What is the essence of this true culture battle rap, in your opinion?
It's the part of the culture that's fruitful, not just in money, but in classics, the part that we love about battle rap.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We don't gotta look at, I don't gotta look at a person on the stage and think, man, that man puts his hands on women. Why I gotta like his bars now?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, and essentially, you got believability in raps. Everybody talks about that. Oh, I need believability in raps. But when it comes to acts, believability in acts, there's not a lot of people who's up to that. And my thing is, once you understand the truth and you understand that there's a whole lot of foolishness and corruption and a whole bunch of just off the predatory behavior alone, predatory mindset, and people protecting that. They using prep to sell tickets. They know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna turn this way. No, we not wishing nothing bad. We just going for ours over here. We're building with our people over here who understand what the true nature of battle rap is supposed to be about. And all that craziness that's happening on that side is gonna keep building up. In the streets, it's rarely ever real versus real. It's always real versus fake, or fake versus fake. And now that I've been telling you this, and I'm trying to be very concise, you're gonna be able to see it now. You have new eyes now. You're gonna be able to see all these things. Everything is connected. Select few people understand that everything that you're seeing that's happening in battle rap now is connected. P is connected to prep. Prep is connected to the media. The media is connected to the fans. All of that. And all of those things are connected. And even fewer people understand that everything that you see at the bottom is a small reflection of the leadership at the top. Remember that. It's a small reflection of what's happening at the top. Truth be told, Smack and Beasley are under control. Everybody kind of, if you look at it as a pyramid, Smack and Beasley in their business are the leadership. They claim the leadership role of the culture, the lie, right? The lie, the culture. So over the anti-culture, even they bow, because Smack and Beasley, and this is the secret, they bow to two people that are in the culture. Two people that have Smack and Beasley under the thumb. One is a man and one is a woman. And the woman has control over the man. That's for y'all to figure out.
That was very cryptic right there. So, you know what I mean? I guess, you know, we'll leave it for, I guess, interpretation.
There's no private interpretation of the truth. You'll see it clear as day, just as you've been seeing it now.
Okay.
Keep this in mind. The stage is set for the greatest of all time. Billions.
My boy, 20, we putting this shit together, and this is some big shit. It might be the start of your career.